From New York City, it's Wendy Williams. Today, Miley gets the last laugh on Saturday Night Live, and we've got all the highlights. Then, the Real Housewives of New Jersey reunion brought the drama. Tempers flared and lines were drawn. Wendy's got the details. Plus, let's talk about sex. Dr. Mike Dao is here for a special Ask Wendy Sex Edition. And the talented Anthony Mackie stops by, dishing about Hollywood, including its co-stars in the new thriller Runner Runner, Ben Affleck and Justin Timberlake. Now, here's Wendy.
And ready to give it to you good. Yeah! We've got a terrific show for you. You know, Lauryn Hill has been released from prison, and she says she's got a lot to say. Miley Cyrus hosted Saturday Night Live. Did you watch? Yeah. We'll talk. And I'll break down last night's Real Housewives of New Jersey reunion. Let's talk about it and more. It's time for Hot Topics. Nice, well-rested weekend. Thank you. We only have about 57 more minutes, so let's get started. Thank you, though I love you also. I had a very nice, well-rested weekend because next weekend is our son's 13th birthday party, which means that this weekend is the last weekend of you're gonna do it or there'll be no party. I virtually laid on the couch the whole weekend and didn't move because if you have kids, that's what you use them for. Do stuff. Weed the cracks, take out the, the weeds in the cracks. Weed the cracks, take out the garbage. Get me some more iced tea. Pick up the remote for me. Thank you. I'll call you when I need you again. But last night was absolutely what I was looking forward to this weekend, and that is watching the season finale and then the part 1 reunion of the Real Housewives of New Jersey. So it came on at 8 o'clock. At 8:55, I'm looking at the TV and I'm saying, okay, so how are they gonna wrap this up and then do part 2 next week? Only thing is that I did not realize that it was supposed to be 90 minutes last night, which it was. It didn't go off until 9:30, which is always really odd. I hate when shows end on 30, don't you? I mean, that is so like 1970s, even half-hour shows. I know I love like Seinfeld, but they always have like 2 of them on together to equal a full hour, or like Judge Judy, or Big Bang Theory, you know, in repeats. It's always a full hour. So it ended at 9:30, which was weird, and I didn't find that there was enough action in the reunion. Did you guys? I mean, Teresa was still, although, what do we want? I mean, you know, we laugh about, you know, red faces and screaming and wig pulling, but in actuality, we really don't want to see grown women act like that. So I guess in New Jersey, they gave it to us very low tones, very calm. Teresa is still in denial of not taking responsibility for her actions. Take a look at this and we'll continue talking.
I'm sure you had a little idea that Jan was gonna come on and say something negative.
I swear I didn't.
I mean, Kim D's your best friend.
She's my best friend. Now you're putting words into my, now you know who my best friends are.
You just keep talking over and don't really let me get it out.
She's not my best friend. You can't make accusations, Melissa.
Wait,
and stop planting
you and Kim D. I'm not planting seeds. I'm explaining how I feel. I wish you wouldn't have given her the platform. That's what I'm saying.
I'm not pointing fingers at you, Teresa, but I would never sat down with the at dinner. Sorry. I would have threw her right the out, right then and there. Bye, get out.
You know, I wasn't mad at Teresa's outfit and I wasn't mad at Melissa Gorga's outfit, but I thought that Kathy Wakili looked the best in terms of, you know, makeup and hair and whatnot. Don't you watch housewife reunions like that? I thought Kathy looked terrific. And I also like, I always like cobalt blue on a redhead. I think cobalt blue is a color that looks great on everybody, but I thought Caroline Manzo looked nice last night also. She had the cobalt blue, a nice open at the collar and everything. It just looked, you know, nice, you know? Who I was squinting and looking at weirdly was Jacqueline Larita, because Jacqueline had gotten this tummy tuck, but it still, I mean, surgery scrutinizes surgery. So, you know, I've had a tummy tuck, and all I'm saying is I thought that she'd be, especially because it's a brand new tummy tuck. I mean, mine is 12 and a half years old. And still sitting flat. But this doesn't look like a tummy tuck, that's all. And her nose job, it looked more nosalicious and jobalicious before. It just doesn't look like a nose job. It looks like flat. It doesn't look like a nose job. And that's a good picture of her neck. But she, you know, it's no secret. She said that, you know, she had the rolls in her neck. A lot of women do. It's not necessarily over being fat. It's just the way your neck is built. And she got a neck lift. But I didn't really see that either, Jacqueline. But it's good hair. It's good hair. You know how sometimes when you're going to get your surgery and you want a doctor who's going to be conservative, but sometimes too conservative means you want your money back because you look the same. You look the same when you come out as you did when you go in. Not that you want to look all drastic and cat lady-like, but you at least want to look like something different for all that money and time. And then Melissa doesn't like Dr. V, is what I read through the TV. And Dr. V was giving me all... Dr. V was truly the beauty star of the show last night. I mean, but she's not a housewife, so I can't call her. Look at Dr. V. Okay. And, I mean, she was giving jawline strong, and she turned to the side and talked to Andy, and then, you know, everything was just perfect. And she has like the Veronica Lake on one side, and then it was tucked on the other side. Dr. V was just doing really well. And somebody suggested that Joe Gorga have one-on-one therapy with Dr. V. Only I don't think that the wife, Melissa, who already admitted to us on TV that she has to be in charge of all the female hires at the office, because she said, yeah, you know, I'm jealous. I'm not gonna let some hot woman come in and, you know, take my husband. You know, Melissa, I'm sure as women, at some point in our lives have all thought of that until Arnold got with the maid. A man, you know, not all men, but some men are just so doggy that they don't care what it looks like, just as long as it feels like a woman. Anyway, okay, so moving along. So, you know, and Saturday, Kevin went to a party earlier in the day, which is always great, you know, like a noon party. It ended at 5 o'clock. I was like, ooh, I'm in bed in time to go to sleep until 9 and then wake up and then get ready to watch Miley Cyrus on SNL. Only I ate myself into a food coma because I'd gone to the Costco's the day before, so you know how that is. You buy everything that you like, and so then by the time midnight, I was asleep. I did not see Miley on SNL, but we have some of the highlights, and so it's time for a Miley moment. Hit it. I wanted to see it, I so did, but they say that during Miley's monologue, she made jokes at her own expense. We have that clip, take a look.
In case anyone's concerned, you should know there will be no twerking tonight. I used to think twerking was cool, but now that white people are doing it, it seems kind of lame. There are a few subjects we're not gonna get into tonight. I'm not gonna do Hannah Montana, but I can give you an update on what she's been up to. She was murdered. And also, we went back and forth on this, but guys, I just don't think we should do that wrecking ball sketch.
What? Come on, my mom is here!
Sorry, Bobby.
I wish I saw it. And I also liked her outfit. A young girl like this doesn't need to be all pinned up in a Chanel suit. She needs to chop it and make it young for her, and she did. I thought that that was a great monologue from what I saw. And also, unlike the VMAs, where a lot of people criticized that Miley can't sing, well, she sounded great on Saturday night. So, yeah. Good for you, Miley Cyrus. So, have you guys heard Lauryn Hill is out of prison? Yeah, well, You know she served 3 months for failing to pay back taxes, $2.3 million. She looks so pretty there. She went to the same prison as Orange is the New Black, that show that do you guys watch that show, Orange is the New Black? I feel so left out of a movement. I've never seen that show. I feel so left out of a movement. And every time I say I want to start watching it, I feel like I'm jumping in too late in the game. Is it too late to start watching Orange is the New Black? I love prison movies and prison TV shows. All that stuff. Anyway, so all right, so she was in prison for 3 months to $2.3 million in back taxes. And now the best part of it is she's on house arrest for 3 months. Wouldn't you love to be trapped in the house for 3 months? You just go to make one Costco run before the day starts, and then you put everything in the freezer. I love being in the house. It never gets old to me. Anyway, she has 6 kids, but to my best recollection, all of her kids are of school age. So she's not trapped in the house with 6 kids. She got out just in time. School's back in session. She's free all day to watch our show and Judge Judy and stuff. You know? Hey. You get caught up on your sleep, you work on music. I mean, I don't know, when you're on house arrest, I don't think you can have company over. You shouldn't be allowed to have company over when you're on house arrest. You know what I mean? Like your friends shouldn't be allowed to come by and have a party. Now, I know she's wearing that fashionable bracelet on her ankle. I don't know what that means. Does that mean you can't go out the back door? Can you walk as far as the mailbox to say hello to the mailman and get your mail? Or is it like, it beeps? Like, you know how those dogs at houses with the invisible fence? Have you ever driven past one of those houses? Because I have. And you see the dog charging at your car, and you're not sure what to do, so you slam on the brakes, but all of a sudden the dog stops too. That was my first encounter with an invisible fence, but now I'm onto it though. So they have these invisible fences, so maybe the thing on her ankle is gonna work like that. Whatever, Lauren stayed busy while she was in prison by recording a new song, which she just released. It's called Consumerism. I don't think that this is a song that you're really gonna hear a lot on the radio. You'll probably have to go to the internet to hear it. Her lyrics include a laundry list of unusual isms, everything from ageism to materialism. But my 2 favorite isms are hoodism and paparazzoism. Welcome out, Lauren. Congratulations. That'll learn you. And then Halle Berry and her husband, Olivier Martinez, they had their baby boy over the weekend. Yeah. No word on what the baby's name is, but I think it's all good. You know, Halle already has that cutest girl in the world, Nala, with her ex, Gabriel Aubry. And, excuse me, sorry. You know, you talk, you take in a lot of air. I get so excited to see you, particularly on a Monday. I'm just all, you know, oh, I missed you. Anyway, so they have the little boy, and so good for her. He'll never want any more kids again. He already has his one. He has his wife. Remember, they are legally married. And Halle now has a new job, which is great. She is going to be starring on TV in a TV drama produced by Steven Spielberg. It's called Extant. Extant. I don't know what it's about. Best I can tell you is that Halle's character is an astronaut. And no, wait, hold on. The astronaut movie was #1 at the box office this weekend, so this could be a good one. She's an astronaut trying to reconnect with her family after spending a year in outer space. As long as it doesn't come on Sunday nights at 10 o'clock, because there are way too many things. Don't you find like Sunday TV is the most difficult to navigate? And like for me, you guys, don't forget the Big Andrews show was over on VH1 at 10 o'clock, The Drunken Monkey. Like, I like that show too. I'm just like sick with it on Sunday nights. You know, I think that this is great for Halle because as a movie star, you know, you're always flying around to Europe and stuff like that. Now that she's got the brand new baby and, you know, she's married, you know, she's not a baby's mother, you know, she's married. So it's well, you know, there's a whole lot of different responsibilities. So TV will keep her put and a steady paycheck, and she only works like 6 months out of the year, and so then she can pick and choose when she wants to do movies or not. Good for you, Halle. You go, girl. By the way, and that new show of hers begins next summer on CBS, so we'll be watching for that. So now, over the weekend, we got a glimpse of the marital problems between Khloe and Lamar. On last night's Keeping Up with the Kardashians, Lamar called Khloe, but couldn't comprehend what he was saying. Okay, you look and then we'll talk. Go.
Somebody said I'm there? Okay, well, I'm not. You keep calling me at my mom's, so you know where I am. Right? Or did I mean, how is that logical? Okay, I know you saying for real, but that can't be happening because I'm here. So you could be, I think you're tired. Yeah, I think you're tired. Listen, you're bugging just a little bit. I mean, there's a lot of emotional issues I think Lamar has. You know, I do want to help or cater to Lamar, but also there's only so much anybody could take.
Can I be honest with you? I don't think Lamar was on the phone at all. Well, look, if your husband or your man or your girl is allegedly doing crack and drugs, is that how you're gonna talk to them when they call you up not understanding where you are? Or are you gonna be like, cut the cameras off? Cut the cameras off now, right? Right? I can't with that whole scene. You know, clearly she was talking on a house phone. And if Lamar is alleged to be so drugged and high that he keeps asking her, where are you, where are you, where are you? Then that's a reason to cut the cameras, put your salad down, kick your little sister out of the room and go ham. Number one. Number two, I don't believe it was a real telephone call because every call that they take on that house phone and on their cell phones, they put everything on speaker. We're on to you, Kardashians. We're on to you. And Khloe, I hope that you and that mother of yours are not hatching a plan to drag this whole alleged drug thing with Lamar out on TV, and you're trivializing something that is a lot bigger than you all's show. Yeah. Don't act like you don't do that when you drink your tea. Anyway, so then Kim and Kanye left baby North for like a week to enjoy Fashion Week in Paris, which I found there to be nothing wrong with this. So the baby's 4 months old. At 4 months old, you know, that's better than 3 and certainly not as new as 1. And if you have parents and a litany of uncles and aunts and governesses and maids and nannies and people, you can go off for a week with your man when your baby is 4 months old. So I have no problem with that. I went back to work when Kevin was 3 months old. Yep, I did. You wanna know what? You know what? Not only did I go back to work, we put him in the Goddard school when he was, like we put him in nursery school with other German kids when he was 3 months old. Does that make me a bad mom? No. I think we judge one another though. Like everybody was judging Kim. You probably thought that I'd have something nasty to say about that too. I find that, look, she birthed the baby's 4 months old. She wanted to go off for a week with her man to Paris Fashion Week. You know, clothes matter to these people. Number one. And number two, Kanye is about to do a world tour. So this is Kim's last time, I guess she's feeling, where she can spend time with him without the baby or anything. And you know how that is. Even when you're a first-time mom, you're so grateful to have the baby, and you feel awfully guilty about what I'm about to say, but you want your life back. Just you want just a little piece of who you know, like whether it's that you have to diet down or get back to work so you can talk to Tina and the girls in the cubicle, or you want to be able to go out and have some white wine so you express like a month's worth of milk just so you can drink for one day with your friends. Oh my gosh. Anyway, so when Kim returned from Paris, she revealed a new photo of baby North with the caption, "I miss waking up with my angel." Which the baby is absolutely gorgeous. But aren't you supposed to stop swathing the baby in the blanket after like 2 weeks or a week? Like the baby's, 4 months now. If that's 4 months, the baby's a little old to be getting swathed. But while they were in Paris though, top designers gave Kim and Kanye some really expensive gifts, which they immediately posted on Instagram to us. Givenchy gave Baby North this Givenchy t-shirt. We didn't check on prices, just know expensive. You know, a lab coat was given to them from Mason Martin, something or another, too fancy for me to pronounce. Here's the lab coat. And then, of course, let's not forget Baby North's leather dress from Alexander Wang. Leather will really agitate that diaper rash, right? Again, the baby is beautiful. It's a little, you know, distasteful to post all those pictures on Instagram when Detroit is shut down, the government is closed, gas prices are high, the criminals are about to come out for the holiday season, but they're still getting designer clothes and post anyway. But we don't count on the Kardashians for class, though, do we? No. So perfect. All right. So we have a terrific show for you, everybody. We've got another deserving breast cancer survivor. We're gonna give her a fabulous head-to-toe makeover. Plus, one of our favorite doctors, Dr. Mike Dao, is joining us with a special edition of Ask Wendy, the sex edition. But up next, the handsome and talented movie star, Anthony Mackie, is here. One of Hollywood's most in-demand actors, and he's now starring as a no-nonsense FBI agent in the new movie, Runner, Runner. Take a look.
My name is Eric Shavers, and you work for me now.
Listen, man, can we just back up for a second here?
Don't play me for stupid. Now, if you were my guy, I could make it all go away, wipe the slate clean. But if the sun comes up tomorrow and you're still here and you're not my guy, you can forget about working on Wall Street or any legitimate casino. See, I can stand here and say I'm doing it because it's my job, but the truth is, I'm doing it because I enjoy it.
Please welcome Anthony Mackie. You too. Nice to see you again. Everything's well.
On the couch with Wendy.
Welcome back to the couch.
So wait, do I get some shoe cam?
Sure.
I got on.
Okay.
Throw it up. Watch it all fall out.
There you go.
That's what I'm talking about. No, I'm talking about. Two-tone. Yeah.
You are the fashionable guy. Did you pick this out yourself, or do you have a stylist for the most part?
I'm happy to say your stylist is a good friend of mine, Memsor. Absolutely amazing.
Oh.
And I dressed myself and I showed up and he said, oh no. So here we are.
Well, happy belated birthday.
Thank you so much.
35.
35, I'm 35.
Yeah. How did you celebrate? Do you do a big deal?
No, I had to work, I had to work. Brothers gotta work.
Yes.
And then I have a bar in Brooklyn, so I went to my bar.
I know.
I had a beer.
Yes.
Then I went to bed. I hate when I have friends and they're like, oh, it's my birthday, come out and celebrate me. I'm like, eh.
But,
you know?
But working is always good, please.
Oh, yeah. I ain't complaining about working. I love working.
Yeah. So how's your son? I know he's 4 now.
He's great. He's a sports enthusiast, really competitive, which is awesome. But he's great. He's great. He's absolutely amazing. Everything I want him to be.
Yeah, good for you. So now I heard that you guys shot Runner, Runner in Puerto Rico.
Yes.
Was it gorgeous all the time, or
no?
You know, what was your experience outside of acting? Did you have any fun?
It was a lot of fun. I love mofongo. They got some good mofongo. See, you know about that mofongo. We went hiking in a rainforest. That was amazing. Lost some money in the casinos. That was awful. That was pretty much it. That was Puerto Rico. A lot of beach time with pina coladas.
Well, now, Ben Affleck and Justin Timberlake, you worked with both of them. Ben is a family man.
Yes.
So was he with the family during part of that time?
No,
Jennifer and the kids?
because they weren't there. Because he got that retirement plan known as a working wife. So he was. So they weren't there. I mean, just as much as he's a family man, Justin is a family man too. I mean, we're all very fortunate to have amazing women in our lives. And, you know, when guys have great women in their lives, they share that all the time.
Tell me about it.
So, you know, we did our work and enjoyed Puerto Rico. They were actually really nice guys and great to work with.
Good. So, something interesting about our friend Mr. Mackie, which I love. I heard that you made a conscious decision a while ago to only work with established actors.
Yeah, yeah.
I think that's terrific.
Well, I think it's a 50-50 split. You know, if you look at my resume, which I'm very proud of, I've worked with a lot of up-and-coming and new directors and actors. Like this movie I did, Mr. and Pete, which is coming out. You know, it's an established cast, but also it's two kids you've never heard of before.
Right.
You know, but with this movie, Runner, Runner, you know, you look at Don Cheadle. Don Cheadle's name, everything I do in honor of Don Cheadle because he's the most amazing actor alive and I love him. But if you look at it, his name is synonymous with the likes of Brad Pitt,
yes.
George Clooney, you know, Matt Damon, and I feel like there's nothing bad that can come out of that.
Yes.
You know, so I want to be synonymous with those names.
But you do miss out, like maybe, you know, several years ago, didn't you miss out on a couple of little paychecks?
I did miss a few checks. I left some money out there.
It's expensive to have integrity.
It is. I've been afforded, you know, a modicum of luxuries with this business.
Yes.
But there was one job I wanted, and I really wanted, and I got it. And I was like, this is great. So I meet with the director, and I'm like, yo, I want to do it. Let me read the script. And he's got, nah. I'm like, what? He's like, nah. They're giving you a bucket of money. Take the bucket and do the movie. I'm like, nah.
Yeah.
You know, so I turned it down and did a smaller movie. And the smaller movie turned out to be really good.
Good. Now, Anthony Mackie also once said, not doing TV was the best thing for your career. Why is that?
By far. Because TV is like crack money. If y'all don't know, like, TV is the real deal. Because you get a check every week.
Yes.
And it's not a check like, here go your $400 check. It's like, no, here go a check. Like, buy a house, buy a boat, like, get your girl set up.
Yes.
You know, you got shoe problems, all kind of things.
So what's the downside then?
You got to keep that up. So if you do one TV show for a year, then that show get canceled, you're like, dang, I'm doing this movie, it ain't really paying nothing. I need another TV show.
Yes.
Then you're stuck on a TV show.
Well, if you're on a long-running show like Friends or The Cosbys.
And the thing is, you know, if you watch like The Cosby Show, Rudy will always be Rudy. She can be 50 years old, and you're like, look at Rudy.
Yeah,
TV
will, if you get a good one, then TV will typecast you.
And it'll help you, but, you know, you will always be that character.
Yeah.
So once I turn like 50,
yes,
I want to do like a Law and Order New Orleans.
Yes.
And just
that's where he's from, New Orleans.
Yeah, get a belly and just sit at a desk and be like, I told you don't go out there.
Yeah.
Pick up a check, go home.
Yes.
That's it.
Down the road.
Yeah, I got 20 more years.
You are very well thought out in this whole acting thing. Good for
Thank you. I appreciate
Listen,
it.
Anthony's going to stay with us. Up next, we're going to find out even more about Mr. Mackie. We're going to play a game with him called Fill in the Blank. Don't miss it. Talented Anthony Mackie. You know, Anthony is going to be playing the first black superhero in the new Captain America movie.
Yeah.
I bet your son is gassed up about that.
Oh, he loves it. I'm just so excited about him being me for Halloween next year.
Yeah, perfect.
But, you know, but he loves it. He's excited about it.
Perfect. All right, we're going to play a game called Fill in the Blank. I'm going to ask Anthony 5 questions, and he's got to fill in the blank with his answer. All right, fill in the blank, Anthony.
Yes.
I always have blank in my refrigerator.
Almond milk.
Okay.
I'm 35. My lactate don't lactose no more. So.
Fill in the blank. My favorite perk of being a celebrity is?
Meeting bigger celebrities.
Nice answer.
Yeah. I'm a fan. Don't trip. I will scream. If Michael Jordan walk in here, I will scream and get him to sign my shoes.
Okay, fill in the blank. If I invited a woman to my house for a first date, I'd cook?
Tiger prawns. Yeah, women like shrimp. Yeah, I do a gangster crab meat dressing, stuff them prawns, bake them, make a sauce, game over. Yeah.
Fill in the blank. The craziest rumor I've heard about myself is?
That I was dating Nicki Minaj.
We never heard about that here on Hot Topics.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. It's kind of weird.
Would you like to date her?
No.
Okay.
Cute girl, just scares me.
Yes, not your type.
Too much woman.
Okay, and the final one is fill in the blank. The last time I was embarrassed was when?
My underwear fell out of my pants leg. Yes, I was in a, you know how you get undressed, take a shower, go to bed, you wake up in the morning, oh, I'm late. You put your pants on, run out the door, you get to a meeting. How you doing?
Thank you so much.
Yeah, that happened.
Thank you so much for coming, Anthony.
Thank you.
Conversation is always great when he's here. Listen, Runner is in theaters now. Keep it here, because we'll be right back. Welcome back. Well, it's time for a special edition of Ask Wendy. This is the sex edition. Joining me today is our friend, psychotherapist, and one of the hosts of Logo's That Sex Show. Say hello to Dr. Mike. Dr. Mike Dao is here. Okay, Dr. Mike, we're going to be joined right now by this young lady. How you doing?
Hi, Dr. Mike.
Good morning.
Hi, Wendy.
How you doing?
How you doing?
Very well. How can we help?
My name is Janine, and I'm 5 months pregnant.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And me and my husband are very clearly active in the bedroom. And we were wondering, is there anything I should refrain from doing that could possibly hurt the baby while we're doing our thing?
Well, the good news, Janine, is that when you're pregnant, you got a lot of estrogen. That means you're very lubricated, means you're very sensitive.
Juicy.
So, you are juicy. So, you know, I say, you know, the two best pregnant sex positions, you on top, your nipples are gonna be very sensitive. That leaves his hands free, right? And then also on the edge of the bed. And why that's nice is because it'll allow a hand free for him for clitoral stimulation. And you're gonna be, as Wendy said, nice and juicy. So.
I mean, I don't know of what I speak because we were on bed rest and the doctor recommended we have no sex. So good for you. Have extra ones for everybody else. Yes, good for you. Who's next? Hello, young man.
Hi, Wendy. Hi, Dr. Mike.
How you doing? Good.
I'm Brian. I'm 54, not so young.
Okay.
We're married 29 years, my wife and I. We have an active... Have a halo.
Yes.
We have an active sex life. I recently became a heart patient.
Okay.
And one doctor says, take the blue pill. One doctor says, don't take the blue pill. I'm looking for something natural and safe that can enhance and help.
Sex toys.
And so we can enjoy life.
I mean, doctor's gonna answer clinically speaking, but I would say sex toys. You know, I'd be scared to take it or not to take it just because I got 2 different diagnoses. And, you know, I don't know whether you use them already, but they certainly will enhance things without making you or your wife miss a beat, you know? Okay.
Yeah, sex toys, and there are a lot of natural things, you know. Studies show that men love the smell of foods. So, pumpkin, basil, garlic, these have actually been shown to maybe stimulate blood flow in the penis. And also exercise and rest do wonders for men's sex drive. So she's gonna be cooking for you over there later, right over there.
Exercise and rest. Well, I wish you well.
Thank you.
So we're saying go natural, but also sex toys.
It's safer, and sex toys.
All right.
I like that.
Very well. Everybody, we're gonna take a break. We've got more Ask Wendy and Dr. Mike next. Keep it here. Everybody, I'm still here. It's still Ask Wendy. Our friend psychotherapist Dr. Mike Dao is here, and how you doing?
Hey, Dr. Mike, Wendy, how you doing?
I'm doing well. We're doing good.
Here's my lovely wife, Rosalind, of 10 years.
Hi,
I'm
Rosalind.
54 years old.
Very nice.
We're having, I'm sure everyone wants to know, we have sex 3 days a week.
Okay.
The week has 7 days. What do we do for those extra 4 days? So what can I do that Rosalind might be a little more interested for the extra days?
How many days a week would you like to have sex?
Maybe 8?
Rosalind, how many days is good for you?
10.
10?
Yeah.
What's the problem?
Is there
our problem?
Have more sex. Have more sex. You know, it's a great cardiovascular workout. You're going to be burning hundreds of calories. It's going to be great for both your long-term health and keep
Foreplay
going.
has to be a bit more than
Ah,
waking up in the morning and opening your eyes.
Here we go.
More
Here we
foreplay.
go.
That's what she's saying.
Less BlackBerry.
Yeah, well, yeah, that would probably help
You can
also.
use your BlackBerry to start foreplay in the morning by telling her how beautiful she is all day long, so that when she
That's
comes
good.
time,
By the time,
night,
by the
she'll
time
be
he
ready.
comes home, you're ready. I love this. You've been married for 10 years and you could have sex 8 days a week. I think that's terrific.
No, she's
Yeah.
wonderful. She really is.
Yeah. Oh. Well, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank
Good
you.
luck. That wasn't a problem at all. Let's see who's next. Is that you?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Here she comes. Here she is.
Hi, Wendy. How you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm good. My name is Debbie, and I've been married for 13 years, and I have 2 children, 11 and 14. The problem my husband and I are having is that he's a screamer.
Oh.
He's very loud in sex, and it's disturbing the kids. And my son asked me, what is wrong one morning, and I don't know what to do. I've even put the pillow over his mouth before, over his mouth, and he won't stop. This has been going on since before kids, and it just doesn't stop.
Is your bedroom right near theirs?
No, they're upstairs, but he's so loud. That's the thing. And I have to be covering his mouth and everything.
Do you guys close your door or just push it too?
Yeah, it doesn't work. Pillows behind the bed, everything, it doesn't work. And I don't know what to do.
Well, you do exactly what. How old are they?
11 and 14.
Mm-hmm. Well, Kevin is 13, and if he hears a peep, you know what I have to say if he ever comes to me with that? You need to be lucky that your mother and dad still love each other and are into each other.
Yeah.
Okay? And stop listening so hard.
I agree with that. Look at this. Look at this beautiful woman. I mean, you are doing something right in bed to make your husband scream like that.
I mean, and an 11-year-old and a 14-year-old, no, you don't want to have sex in front of them, and it is kind of lewd that they know, but at least it's their mom and their dad. You know, they're from a loving household. You ask them how many kids in their grades come from the same kind of household.
Okay.
And get them a great loud sound system so they can watch a movie really loud. So you guys
That
can
too,
be loud as you want.
yeah. Congratulations, Debbie. No problem here, Dr. Mike.
No problem.
Everybody, this is our friend Dr. Mike Dao. His show is called That Sex Show, and it airs weekdays on Logo. Up next, we have another breast cancer survivor with an amazing makeover. You don't want to miss it. Thanks. Welcome back. I'm sitting with our fashion and style expert, Liliana Vasquez, and all month long, you know, we're giving head-to-toe makeovers to deserving, brave women who are battling breast cancer. Today, we are doing an amazing makeover on a woman by the name of Marie. Marie is attending her cousin's wedding next week, and she says that her chemotherapy has kind of knocked her confidence a bit. Take a look.
Hi, Wendy. My name is Marie, and I was diagnosed with breast cancer last March. I'm just finishing up chemotherapy now. I have 3 active kids, and I run a bakery, so my usual look is haggard mom meets disheveled baker. Looking glamorous has not been on my priority list lately. I'm really looking forward to going to my cousin's wedding later this month, and I'd love to look and feel fabulous. Can you make me over, Wendy?
Yep, we can. Marie's husband, Daryl, is in the audience along with her 3 children. It's Will, it's Lucy, and it's James. Hi, kids. Hi, Daryl. Are you ready to see your mom? Yeah! Let's watch. Marie, come on out. I'm dying! Oh, no! I'm dying! Are you... Okay, Liliana, tell us about Marie's outfit. I want to know everything.
Okay, well, it's clear that I did not have a very hard job. She is stunning. She is gorgeous. She is
you're a
tall.
model.
She's a model, okay? So I wanted her to have a Cinderella moment. So I picked this elegant black column dress in a jersey. It's great to travel with. Has beautiful ruching on the side to accent her figure, which is stunning. And then it's just got a little bit of sexy. It's got that slit right at the top of the neck. And then when you turn around, because we need to see the back, she's gonna look good coming and going. Okay?
Love it.
And then simple accessories because she doesn't need anything else. She's beautiful. So a great little bag, bracelet, and then I did add a little bling on the shoe because every woman needs a little bling. So she has a little bling with the shoe, sexy pedicure, must-have accessory for a wedding.
She's doing her best to balance.
She did.
That's me every single day, right? Listen, now let's talk about the hair. All right, Marie's wearing a wig from my new wig line. It's called Wendy Williams Hair World, and my wigologist Antoine helped her out by styling it a bit. You know, he put the curling iron on it and just flipped it. It looks terrific. This particular wig is called the Classic Beauty. Oh, well, how do you feel, Marie?
Wendy, I'm overwhelmed.
Yes.
How you doing?
Better now. I'm glad we can make you happy. Thank you so much, Marie. To find out about all of my wigs, you can go to hairbywendywilliams.com, and I'm making a wig donation to the American Cancer Society's wig program. Also, to find out how you can help fight breast cancer, go to wendyshow.com. Thank you, Liliana. Another fantastic makeover.
Thank you so much.
And, you know, Liliana's got a book. It's called The Cheap Chica's Guide to Style. It's available on pre-order right now. Keep it here. We'll be right back. I want to go look. Welcome back. I'm standing here. I found rapper Bun B in the audience. You know, Bun B wrote a children's coloring book. It's called Bun B's Rap Coloring Book and Activities Book, and it's really fantastic. It's a way of, well, tell everybody about this book.
Well, I partnered with a science teacher in Houston, Shay Serrano, and we came up with the concept to help parents and children bond through hip-hop culture. We think it's a great opportunity for them to experience hip-hop with their parents instead of in the street by themselves.
And some of the people that they can color on include Common, Left Eye Lopez, Jay-Z, Big Boy Drake. I mean, it's a coloring book for kids. It's cute. And you all at home you all are going home with a copy of this coloring book. Thank you, Bun B. Go to wendyshow.com for more information about this book. I want to thank our guests today, Anthony Mackie, we love you. Dr. Mike Dao, we love you also. Liliana Vasquez, brilliant makeover. Our breast cancer survivor, Marie, hold your head, girl. You look fantastic. And I want to thank my fashionable, stylish studio audience. Thank you all so much for showing up today. I do appreciate it. Tomorrow from The Howard Stern Show, the one and only Robin Quivers. And we'll also show you fall's hottest shoes. I love you for watching today, and I'll see you next time on Wendy. Bye.